Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. It's Tiff here with a reading for the lovely Libra Collective. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. We are going to look into the new moon in Taurus. It's happening on May 16th, so just in a couple days. The energy is already with us. Generally new moons are a time for new beginnings, right? But there's way more to it than that, and that's what this reading is going to cover. All right, so I'll use tarot cards, oracle cards, and I'll share intuitive messages. I'm going to get cards too specific to each letter of the alphabet. We'll get a little moon manifestation message for every letter of the alphabet, so you could go by your initials or your name. So check out the timestamp below for when that starts. But otherwise, Libra, I did our meditation as I always do before the reading, and what I was picking up on was a fresh start, fueling tangible rewards. So a couple of themes there: fresh starts, rewards, finances, comfort, abundance, stability. Those are all seeds that are being planted at this time, possibly for many of you. Only take what resonates. You have free will, final say. Your intuition knows best. But I was also picking up on creative ways to save, or what I actually saw was someone like in a kitchen, if had a very rustic feel, and they were making preserves. So, and it's interesting that it was, out of all things, preserves. So maybe there's something here that you're trying to preserve, or again, having to do with savings, or really utilizing resources in a new and efficient way. I am picking up on that. Taurus season's very good for that. So let's see, Libra. I had a card on the floor. Someone left a comment recently: if it's on the floor, it's at your door. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to put this back in the deck, though. It was face down, so didn't need to come out apparently. But these do. So what do we have for Libra? We will check into your current energies. We'll also see, if there's anything blocking you in any way, and what it is maybe that you're going to be seeing more clearly at this time. Yeah, whatever it is you're resetting, and of course planting, and of course I will pull cards specific to love and relationships, money, career, self-worth. Like to look into what you're stepping into and how you can best work with the energy. So that's overall what we're going to look at. Okay, so first card out, we have Talk to the Moon, communicate. So communication coming in for Libras. Then we have Void Moon, do nothing. So basically do nothing but talk to the moon, right? All right. Maybe you are wanting to spend more time outside under the sky. And we have Love and Focus. Okay, so with moonbeams here, beautiful colors here, focus. It'll be interesting to see what cards come out. Feeling magician vibes. And we have Day Moon, Love. Now this is going to be really, might seem random, but it's specific to someone. I'm picking up on butter sauce, butter and sauce. So butter sauce, or you could be, maybe you are doing some sort of cooking or something, as I was seeing someone in the kitchen. All right, let's see, Libra. Okay, going to get right into tarot, I think. Today, let's see, what do we feel like using? How about the Out of Hand Tarot by Jamie Sawyer. Out of Hand Tarot. For Libra, what do we most need to know, please? What do we most need to know? Well, I'm hearing, too, someone needing a reliable car. So if that's you, I'm wishing you all the best in obtaining that. I know how it can be. You have to definitely want to have reliable transportation. Oh, transformation almost came out of my mouth, though. Interesting. Nothing by accident. Look at you, 3 of Cups here. See, they're enjoying a nice mug of something delightful, it looks like, with friends. So let's see what else we have. Yeah, union, unity feels like it could be something that comes in. I get that you're done accepting less, though. There seems to be this real powerful reset here. So it feels kind of too like the shift could be sort of quiet, or it's interesting because it's not quiet based on how it feels to you. So like maybe there's a shift and things start changing, but it's more of an internal shift first before it comes out in what I was given was tangible rewards. But I think some of you could be having an aha moment with this. Yeah, things are going to change. We have some new standards that you're setting, possibly. No more of you fill in the blank here. What is it? No more. Where are you drawing that line? Because boundaries seems to be coming in. I'm feeling that as well. So you could be saying, oh, guess what? I see it now. Yep. I love that you have the moon coming in to your moon reading. If you know this channel, I always do new moon and full moon readings. I really love lunar energy myself. So yeah, all right. So the moon coming in. I'm getting this, message with this card about setting some realistic expectations, and really, there's this element of maybe being tempted to falsify something, or someone else trying to falsify, and getting clarity on that. Okay, so some sort of clarity regarding if there is any sort of deception or misrepresentation. Okay, that's coming in as well. What else do we have? Again, it's not really this like a loud shaking kind of breakthrough. It's more of you quietly choosing, right? Not just making sure you're making the necessary changes, because you're not available for what you used to tolerate, what you used to put up with. So, and once you take that step, it's like you can't go back, because a new moon, it's not chaotic. It's clarity. It's could be boundaries. It could be you setting new standards in love and money and emotional energy and all of it. Some of you are regaining your strength or saving it. It's sort of as though I feel like you're getting ready to face something that is going to feel more like a marathon, not a sprint, right? Six of Cups. Six of Cups coming in for Libra. They're having a nice little tea party in the garden. And it says love, and it's day moon. So maybe some of you really are going to be enjoying something taking place during the day outside with loved ones. Yeah, I mean, there is something here about a deep private part of your life being shifting in some way. All right. It might not, again, necessarily be dramatic in some way on the outside, but it feels like something in a close relationship could deepen. Or again, you see something that is just so clear now that it changes how you move forward. This is going to change whatever's going on now. It's going to change how you move forward. Okay. It could be a relationship dynamic. It could be a pattern of overgiving. It could be a situation where you weren't feeling fully valued or supported. And you have strength. There's strength. As I said, so I keep getting the word fortitude. And so, and I'm actually getting African violets too. So that it felt kind of out of the blue, but I can look up what African violets stand for too, actually, to give us a little more meaning to that message. But with the strength card, Leo energy coming in, we have Pisces energy on the moon, could also be Cancerian energy. But regardless of the sign, Libra, this is about you really having that knowing where your power lies, right? Having the self-respect, not doubting yourself, not overlooking things that you shouldn't be overlooking any longer. So as far as violet or viola, keep things simple. Okay, there are lucky opportunities around, and it's a symbol of twilight or magic. Okay, that's what that is. And that I pull that from Nature Speak by Ted Andrews, okay, author of Animal Speak. All right, so that's just in a nutshell quickly what violet stands for. All right, Libra, what else? So we're not forcing. That came up in your last reading, right? An Empress, like yourself, and like Taurus, we are in Taurus season, and it is a Taurus new moon. They don't chase. An Empress doesn't chase, right? You're not forcing or chasing or overextending. That seems to be a theme. Oh, and it's interesting. I felt like the Tower was going to come out because I said something about it not being some ground shaking breakthrough kind of change. That may not be the case for some of you, though. I mean, the Tower generally is, well, you know, the Tower can also be a breakthrough in any form. So let's say that. And the Tower can feel chaotic, right? It can be a sudden upheaval, a change. It could be disaster, you know, but it could be that something changes regarding, uh, again, community, friendships. There could also be kind of an energy of getting, like, trimming away the excess. I'm feeling that with this card too. Maybe you're communicating the need for things to change. Like, this has to, some of you, I feel like you're giving an ultimatum, if you believe in those. Some people don't believe in ultimatums. They just do whatever and don't give an ultimatum. Anyway, so we have the King of Swords. Yeah, the King of Clarity himself. Okay. So you're getting this by doing nothing with regard to something. You're actually going to be bringing in a lot of answers as you make this shift. There's a big change underway for you, Libra. Let's see how we can support this too. Okay, so currently I'm looking into current energies, right? Still looking into current energy here. So emerging dawn. I think you had this your last reading. This is enjoying the journey and trusting every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. Yeah, some of you could have to change location, change a job, change where you live, change vehicles, change how you're going to get to somewhere, even from a metaphorical standpoint too. And it's like you realize this is how it was supposed to be all along. What else do we have for current energies still, please? Eight of Swords. Some of you feeling maybe possibly stuck, trapped, or entangled in something that feels pretty emotional. Yeah, does feel, it's Gemini energy coming in off that card. So it makes me think of Lover's card, actually. You know, is who you're with really aligning with you? And then we have the Devil. Interesting. So remember I said we're focusing on trimming away excess, right? Well, with the Devil coming in, Capricorn energy, I like that you have strength over the Devil. You'll see that's where they are position-wise. That's how I would want them to be in a reading. And that's, in fact, how they are. So you have power over whatever that energy is for you. Whatever, it could be materialism, envy, dependency in some way, all the naughty things, you know? So having the strength, power, and know-how even too, because with that King of Swords too, I feel like you're really understanding exactly the steps to take. And even the scissors here are about cutting out any unnecessary fill in the blank. You know, what's got to go. No more what, as I said earlier, fill in that blank. Yeah. So what else do we have? Let's see. What are you seeing clearly now? What's Libra seeing clearly now? Next part of the reading. What's Libra seeing clearly? I'm getting a name like Leola. Could be Viola. Remember, we had Violet, Viola. All right, we have the Ten of Swords. What's Libra seeing clearly now? That an ending is inevitable. Has to happen for some of you. Okay, not everything I say in a 1 hour reading or however long it is going to resonate. But again, with the Gemini energy. Yeah, there may be two sides to every story, but I feel like you know your truth and you're sticking to it. You're not accepting less. Yep. What are you seeing clearly? What else is Libra seeing clearly? King of Cups. I think for some of you, you're actually seeing where remaining neutral and trying to just keep the peace actually has not really been to your advantage. Doing nothing has not really paid in some ways when it comes to something or someone that you're emotionally connecting to. Okay, like kind of letting something go, like letting bad behavior go. I feel like you're pretty much done with that. You know, so let's see what else we have though. The King of Cups is someone who has really good control generally over their emotions, someone who's balanced, you know, they are regulated. Three of Swords. What else is Libra seeing clearly? Libra's seeing when it's time to move on, and Libra's knowing that the worst is over. When the 10 of Swords comes in and then you have the 3 of Swords in reverse like this, it's like letting me know that you've already been through the worst of it. You've already overcome something so huge. You've recovered, you've healed from that. Okay? Could be divorce, surgery, grief, any kind of loss, heartbreak. What else do we have? Wishing all of you healing. What else do we have, please? As I'm shuffling, if you enjoy this video, please do like the video. Do all the things to show support. I definitely appreciate it. What else for Libra? What else is Libra seeing clearly now? 3 of Pentacles. Now, Libra, you have 333 showing up in your reading. That lets me know to let you know that you are protected. Okay. There's, another thing you're seeing clearly, I feel, is that where teamwork and collaboration is going to pay, and then where it doesn't. It's like you're getting almost a roadmap as far as how to proceed with regard to a group or group dynamic. This is Capricorn energy coming out to clarify Capricorn energy. So think about, Capricorn energy. What Capricorn energy stands for to you, anyway. Yeah, Capricorn. I think of like hardworking, disciplined, responsible kind of energy. All right. What else do we have? So that's another thing like Libra is seeing clearly. What else is Libra? Let's see. I want to know what Libra's outgrowing. What have we outgrown, right? What are we releasing? A lot of the times, even though it's a new moon, there is still some work as far as, I look at it as tilling the soil, fluffing up the soil, getting it all ready and rich to plant new seeds, getting things healthy, changing your environment maybe. What are we outgrowing, resetting? 2 of Cups, some sort of partnership, some connection, some sort of shared assets, beliefs, even. You could have actually, I'm picking up for next week's energy, the week of the 18th to the 24th, which you'll have your reading Sunday morning as usual, but I am picking up on what was it exactly? It was relationships, but oh, interesting. And then it just kind of skipped away. It kind of left. All right. Well, I was picking up on wrapping up negotiations and deals and things like that. So something, it could be even that you finish out a contract in some way. It could be as simple as a subscription to something, right? All right. What else is Libra outgrowing, please, and releasing? What else are we releasing? There's the Hermit. Possibly releasing. I think it's like coming out of a time of doing nothing, basically, because the Hermit generally is on their own, right? This is Virgo energy, if anyone's interested. So yeah, it feels like it's like you've done the learning, you've lived the lessons, and now you're ready to be productive. There's a very productive energy with us right now. But it feels for some of you there's a relationship or some other emotional dynamic that's kind of needs to be taken care of first before you're able to move on, because it did feel sort of entangled in something emotional. Like with the 8 of Swords, it felt very, unless maybe you're entangled with like a water sign or something, but Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But yeah, I was feeling that. And Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, getting ready to get busy on something here, knowing that, yeah, it's slow steps, big rewards, right? Again, fresh start, fueling tangible rewards for Libra. You're planting the seeds of abundance now. Stability is at the forefront. What else did Libra outgrow? Yeah, so some of you too, not only, yeah, did you outgrow a relationship, but I feel like you outgrew something that just was emotionally not, or what, like maturity wise, either you grew maturity wise, or somebody or a situation you just kind of outgrew it, or something just wasn't ripe enough. It wasn't somebody or something wasn't ready for you and all that you bring to the table. So, all right, what else do we have for Libra? What else is Libra letting go of? Or clearly, what are you letting go of? The Hierophant here. I think for some of you too, you might be done with like just playing by the rules all the time, but just, you make your own choices, right? But I feel like a lot of you, you're giving up on sort of traditional conformity, I want to say. Yeah. And kind of, you're just doing it your way now. I feel like you've kind of given something enough chances. All right. What else for Libra, please? Letting go. What are we letting go of, please, for Libra? Look at angel numbers and animal cards, galactic angel messages, that sort of thing too. Stop waiting. Yeah, seizing the moment. There we go. I love that you have a huge clock. It reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. And I was seeing that in the notes of the Hermit too. See the little wheel there? Yeah, so seeing a little wheel there, and then here's another wheel. So you're getting going. And that's the other thing, is because you had Knight of Pentacles on a stationary bike, right? They're not going anywhere, and that was one thing you're letting go of. So like not making progress, not being productive, waiting. You're taking action now, bringing your aspirations to life, seizing that moment. What else, Libra? What else are you letting go of? Overbooked. It says want what you have. So maybe you're also letting go of missing out, right? And feeling as though that could lead to something better. So you're letting go of that attitude, maybe of not having enough time, and because you're overbooked with the wrong situations. And expectations. You're being more flexible here, it looks like. Yeah, again, it's like not having to do things exactly as it's prescribed. So this is summoning serenity in the face of life's uncertainties, being more flexible. What else, please? Having patience. Good things do take time. You know that. I mean, a lot of you have already been waiting. You've been waiting and waiting. Rewards are sweeter when earned through persistence. Yeah, I get that. I also feel there's this energy too of forgiveness coming in. All right, what else for Libra? What seeds are Libra's planting? What are we planting? What seeds are we planting? Moving on to our next question. Seeds we're planting having to do with, the world. Maybe you're wanting to get out there and have some adventures. Lead a more fulfilling life, something more harmonious where you feel more whole. There's a big accomplishment here. Maybe you're focusing on that, or travel. You're not waiting anymore. You're just going to get up and do it. What else? What else is Libra working on? What seeds are we planting? The Fool, look at that. After the world comes the Fool. So you're ready to close out that chapter to move on to a new one. You've got that fresh hope, the optimism. Maybe some of you are feeling very spontaneous right now, and you want to clear your schedule or make yourself more available for whatever is wanting to come in. Whatever might be coming up at your doorstep. What else for Libra? What are we planting? Knight of Swords. I just heard too, you're getting stuff done. Yeah. And I know that's an incoming energy for the week ahead, because I meditated on that week already before this reading. So, because I'm going to do that reading next. But yeah, so anyway, I think, we're also ready to, like, again, seize that moment. It just feels like today is the day. Seize the moment, learn what you need to learn enough so that you can at least get started. And I think a lot of you have already done that. So this is making change. This is a lifestyle change, okay? So some of you are making big lifestyle change, or just a noticeable one, something, taking the steps, moving forward. Oh my gosh, remember I said I felt magician vibes very early in the reading? At least I think I said that. Here it is, the Magician. Okay, and what's so cool is that's what's clarifying focus and moonbeams. And that moonbeams makes me think of magical time, right? The Magician, you're training your focus, right? You're bringing something into reality. You're focusing on your resourcefulness, right? Using what you have, your creative talents, your willpower, your desire to create, your craftiness. That's all you're bringing it in. and you're making something, again, tangible. It's a tangible result. That's what we have here, Libra, with our fresh start, right, of the Fool card. So you have the Fool and you have the Magician. Talk about a fresh start fueling a tangible reward. That is exactly what was coming through before the reading. And look, Libra, it's right here in your reading. Right here. All right, what else for Libra? Now I want to look into love and relationships. Actually, I do want to get a divine compass to kind of clarify give us more info about the seeds being planted, please, for Libra. Libra's definitely harnessing their power. I can tell you that. Behind the veil. So this give up control. So this is welcoming uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and being okay not knowing. That's important, living in that Fool energy. Some people might say, oh, well, it's foolish to like take a step forward and not know exactly where it leads. But I mean, most people don't hardly any of us know exactly the outcome of something as we're embarking on the new adventure, right? We don't know, but I feel like you're like, yeah, I'm going to rely on my own experience. I've handled other things before, and I'm going to handle this too. And it's okay to not know. But what's more important is allowing that fresh hope and that optimism. It's really optimism, allowing that to kind of fuel whatever it is you're trying to do or get excited about. What else do we have? Divine compass. Quiet moments. Hear what's unsaid. So seek solace in the silence where clarity finds its true voice. What else, please, for Libra? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra, MC, all of it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Rising flames. Let's ignite your soul here, Libra. Phoenix rising up from those ashes. That's you. Getting inspired. This is letting your passion guide you to fulfilling purpose meant for you. And honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. This is unwavering faith in yourself. Maybe in the universe or whoever it is you believe in, pray to. All right, Libra. That's it for that. Now we're going to look into a little bit of love. Okay, love and relationships for Libra. Let's get we'll get some tarot cards. That's fine. Love and relationships for Libra, please. Help us out, please. Help us out. I'm getting the word Aztec so I'm seeing in my crystal ball here, but I'm also seeing a heart. And then also they were giving me pi, like pi as in 3.14. So there's that. Take it or leave it. Maybe you want to look up 314 as an angel number or something, or March 14th time period meant something. But yeah, I'm getting that's interesting. And then a name like Pilar. All right, Libra, what else? Love and relationships. 10 of Wands. Okay, I'm getting cucumber too. Seeing cucumber, I could smell it. If you're eating cucumber, just leave me a cucumber emoji, or well, maybe don't do that. Is that a bad one? I don't know. Anyway, so I think you just, yeah. Let's move on. Okay, 10 of Wands. Okay, Libra. All right, Libra, 10 of Wands. Burdens, responsibilities. You could feel like you're putting a lot of hard work, or you've really been struggling regarding an obligation here. There could be some stress here in some sort of loving relationship, or maybe, well, that's coming to an end as far as that stress. There could be a new way forward for you. Oh, wow. Boy. Yeah, well, there's the death card. Transformation coming in for Libra. Regarding a relationship, it's time to move on. Endings lead to new beginnings. What else for Libra? Some rebirth here. You could also be, it doesn't mean a relationship has to end. It just means it's transforming too. So there's that. And then we have the 9 of Wands. I mean, look, they already have so much going on, right? And you're having to figure this out too. So I feel like this is about your resilience, right? Keeping those boundaries too. Keep those boundaries. Remain strong, Libra. Got this. Okay, that is just silly and too many, and we're not doing that right now. All right. What else for Libra? Love and relationships. Tell us more. What about commitment? Six of Swords. Wow. I mean, you have a 10 of Wands, death, 9 of Wands, and 6 of Swords as far as love and relationships. Well, you tell me, Libra, what's going on with you? Yeah, this is leaving behind and moving on as well. This could be relocating. It can also be brighter days ahead in general, right? And maybe a change or even time away or part from someone could help. Also meeting in the middle. I'm getting meeting in the middle. So maybe you're going to meet up with somebody and you meet halfway or something, or metaphorically you're meeting in the middle with something. Let's get some divine direction, please, for this. Divine direction for Libra with love and relationships. Could be any relationship. Dominion. So you're the master, Libra, of your own domain, which may intimidate others, but you can outdo your opponents. Stay calm and observe. There's a lion again, right? Lion. This is the third lion I've seen in your cards. And you have a new dawn here. Again, the worst is behind you. That keeps coming into this reading. The worst is behind you. Exciting new experiences are on the horizon. Libra, you have so many cards of closure followed by new dawn. You have like the world followed by the Fool card. You have death card followed by a card like a new dawn. You know, you have the Six of Swords. That's a card of transforming, moving on, right? Transitioning. You have the Tower as well. But I want to remind you again, after that, then you move into something better. What else, Libra? Frozen. Stagnation will pass. If you're feeling stuck right now, if you're feeling left out in the cold, you know what to do, Libra. You know this will pass. Use it as a vehicle for self-development if you're frozen. Increase your personal power. Work on getting your strength, right? Preparing for the next steps. What else for Libra? Preparing for the next steps. Build anew. There we are. Get your tools ready. Get ready to take charge. Get ready to make what you want out of this, So don't hurt yourself trying to fix what's beyond repair, Libra. It's your chance to build something different. Now is your chance. Clear your mind and get started. Be proud of yourself too for all you've been through. All right, Libra. What else? Let's move on to money, career, self-worth. So your value overall, tarot for that. Let's see. We have Four of Wands. There's an accomplishment here coming in. Divine timing. It's the 1111 card, Libra. So this is a success when it comes to your stability. What else for Libra? Money, career, self-worth. Page of Pentacles. Some of you too could be taking inventory of your possessions in some way. I don't know if you're getting some documents in order or you're inventorying something, but I am getting that off that. But you could also be getting a message regarding your abundance, your stability, your finances, some sort of message that it shows you that your hard work is paying off or that it will. There's the Four of Pentacles. You'll be able to save a little. Wouldn't that be nice, right? You may want to hang on to some things right now too. It's interesting. I laid this down on top of Frozen. I don't know if that has something to do with like frozen assets or if you're feeling like your assets are tied up right now. What else do we have for Libra? Nine of Cups. Yay. Okay, so this is good. I mean, career, money, finances, it's looking good. But you have to be passionate about what you're doing, right? It's more than just like a job for you is what I'm seeing here. That's just not going to cut it, right? It's not fulfilling enough. Pisces energy coming in here with that. I'm picking up on birds, like perched birds sitting on a wire or something, or just birds. So picking up on that. It makes me think of the song by Bob Marley and the Wailers, Three Little Birds, a favorite of mine. And, the main message is that everything's going to be all right. I'm not going to quote it. I don't want to do that. I don't think I can sing on here. So anyway, now what are you stepping into? Oh, what are you stepping into? How about a big fat Ace of Pentacles? That's on the table. That's up for grabs. That's an opportunity of prosperity right there. Promotion, new job, new income, you name it. That's what you're stepping into. That's what's coming in at you here, Libra. What else? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords here. Be mindful of if things don't quite add up, look into that, okay? Because this is a card of deception, of things being kind of, less than honest. We have Aquarius energy coming in on that card. Maybe some of you have been overlooking some deception regarding finances or really anything. And so what you're stepping into is facing that, right? What else are we stepping into? Page of Wands here. New projects, freedom, leadership. Maybe stepping into this deception, you're like, I don't want that. I'm going to get excited about new love. I'm going to get excited about new job. I'm excited about, taking this leap forward here. What else do we have for Libra? One more on this, and then we'll move to our next question. We have 10 of Cups. Wow, we go from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. It's kind of like, it's everything you want and more, right? That looks good. I like how that feels. That feels nice. Okay, let me get cards on this though. Let's get other cards. Let's get our numbers cards with regard to this 10 of Cups and all this whole row, because we have an Ace of Pentacles. We go from an Ace to a 10 of Cups. That's awesome. I just feel like there's more to it though. What does it tell us? Sign of leadership. Okay, 99. So inspire and lead by your higher perspective. That's how we're going to get to that Ace, from the Ace to the 10 of Cups. Taking charge and knowing you can rely on your own higher wisdom. What else do we have? Living your own truth and letting go of lies. Things don't add up. They just feel a little too stressful, mysterious. I feel like, letting go of that. I'm getting a message out of the blue. That is literally the message, a message out of the blue. So you could be getting something that comes just out of nowhere. So I hope it's good news for you. But okay, so there's a sign of positive change. So that's good. Things are shifting into a positive light. Card 55. I'm feeling 88 vibes too for you, Libra. What else do we have? Actually, you have 88 in your reading. You have the 8 of Swords and you have Strength card for Libra. Please. Telling us about. Okay, so we have balance, and then you have 2, 2, 2, 2, balance and harmony. Maintain your balance with positivity. So attitude's everything, right? That's what we're getting through with this, or with this reading. So 777, a sign of divine guidance, connecting with your spiritual guides for help. That's also how we bridge that gap from the Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups, which is our dream come true, right? Everything we want and more. You have 10, 10, 10 in your reading because you have the 10 of Cups, you have the 10 of Wands, and you have the 10 of Swords. What else do we have, please, for Libra? So that's what we're stepping into. Now, how do we work with the energy? Whoa, here we go. Well, Libra, the choice is yours. Got the 2 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. My goodness. Yeah. How do we work with the energy? Well, we're going to get some clarity here. Get clear. What's important to you? What has worked? What hasn't worked? Get that clarity of the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, regarding your finances, regarding your health, regarding everything that you possibly can control, right? Taking your own ability to move forward and to create into your own hands. So really using your power. We have Libra energy coming in. We have Libra energy coming in again. So 2 of Swords, Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles, right? Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, this is looking pretty good here, Libra. I must say, I hope this reading so far is giving you a lot of clarity and some insight, guidance. That's always the goal. We have 1919, a sign of patience. So patience and hard work will make dreams a reality. That's also how, and that is what the Queen of Swords or Queen of Pentacles would do. But you have the Queen of Clarity here, and you have the King of Clarity. You have the King and Queen of Swords. So you have the inner wisdom. You have the wisdom. You know things. What else, please? Well, How else do we work with this energy? More advice, please. Dreamweaver, make miracles. So dreaming and imagining brings your powerful vision into reality. Excellent. And duality dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. Be steady as you go. Yeah, that's great. That is really, really good. Really, really good. Okay, so I want to get, let's go ahead and get our, do I want to do power animals? No. Let me see. Let's do our power animal cards. Power Animals by Britta Bowman. Then I'm going to get cards specific to each zodiac sign, or not zodiac sign, specific to each. I mean, I could do signs, but we'll do letters of the alphabet. Maybe we'll do zodiac signs too. Let's do that too. We'll do both. Okay. We'll do both. We're inclusive here, right? Okay. Let's see what else. So for the collective though, animal cards, and I do want to get galactic angel message. Anyway, we have goat. Had all that Capricorn energy. Now we have goat. So life's peaks are conquered one step at a time. Your persistence will get you there. There you go, Libra. Stand up for what you believe in though, right? I think some of you have stayed quiet or, not communicated your needs for too long. And yeah, what else do we have? Stag. You're connected to the ancient cycles of life and it's safe to shed the old version of yourself. Perfect. Now, galactic angel message for Libra. If you're interested, I do post on this channel generally Tuesday, Thursday afternoon Eastern Standard Time, and then Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have take a break and we have laughter is key. So take a break, meditate, cleanse your body, mind, and spirit. And laughter is key. Find the humor, take a lighthearted approach. Okay. Good, good, good. Now, let's get a message for each zodiac sign. So for each zodiac sign, let me see which ones I want to use for which. So, oh yeah, let's use these because they have zodiac signs on them. So we use the Moonology manifestation for the zodiac signs. So let's just go right through and we'll start with Libra and then we'll go through and then I'm going to do the alphabet one. So Libras, and then we're going to go from Libra to Scorpio and all the way around, making our way to Virgo. So Libra, your new moon message is for Libra. Be real. I don't think we have a hard time with that, except when we're trying to keep the peace. Sometimes we'll hide how we really feel, right? But anyway, be real. Full moon in Aquarius. There it is for Libra. And if you enjoyed the reading, please do like the video, subscribe, hype, become a member, leave a comment. All of it helps. Thank you. So being real here, maybe you have a connection to Aquarians in some way, or yeah. So be real for Libra. Be real. Scorpio. Step into your power. First quarter moon in Aries. There you are, Scorpio. And Sagittarius. Be humble. First quarter moon in Leo. A Capricorn. Leave the past behind. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. Aquarius. Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Pisces. Take a breather. You get two, actually. Take a breather and go wild. Okay, so full moon in Leo with go wild, and last quarter moon in Cancer, take a breather. So take a breather and then go wild, Pisces. All right, Aries. Oh, Aries, relax. New moon in Cancer. Yeah, you ever try to tell an Aries to relax? All right, Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus. Think it through. New moon in Gemini. Let's get Taurus a birthday card. Extra. Trust all will be well. New moon in Virgo. Gemini. Lighten up. Last quarter moon in Leo. Let's see. Did I have? Yeah, Gemini. Now we're going to do Cancer. Cancer. Focus on the positive. New moon in Sag. Leo. Clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Gemini. And Virgo. Push through any insecurity. First quarter moon in Cancer. That's what we have for the zodiac signs. Now we're going to go ahead and get a message for each letter of the alphabet. So you could look up your initials, anything, your name. So for the letter A, our new moon in Taurus message for the letter A is a time for healing, balsamic moon. B, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. C, new moon in Sag, luck's on your side. D, new moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. E, new moon in Gemini, communication is key. F, new moon in Capricorn, hard work's paying off. G, you're good enough, full moon in Virgo. H, new moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. I, full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. J, disseminating moon, take time to breathe out. K, new moon, a new start's coming. Yay for K. L, North Node, step out of your comfort zone. M, first quarter moon, your commitment's being tested. N, what do you need to release? Waning moon. O, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. P, gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. Q, new moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success. R, don't let your past hold you back, South Node. S, emotions are running high, supermoon. T, hold your vision, fixed moon. Hold your vision, T. U, the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. V, nothing will come of the situation, void of course moon. W, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. X, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Y, a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And Z, show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. I don't know if I said W twice. I may have. And then just if I missed someone or you wanted the bonus message, here's another one. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Not another lion. So that's amazing. And also, conclusions are within reach. I thought it'd be funny to end with this one. Full moon. Yeah, okay. Full moon eclipse. So conclusions are within reach, including the conclusion of this video. Thanks so much for being here. Take care.